Spoilers. If you do not wish to be spoiled on this episode, please don't watch this video and watch the episode instead. So, Bloom and Gloom is an Apple Bloom centric episode, and it gives us a lot to think about. As always, she's worrying about her cutie mark, but not whether or not she's going to get it, because she is, someday. But what is going to be, if she's even going to like it, and whether her friends will like her if she gets hers first. All of these are very mature topics when compared to Apple Bloom in Season 1, who is all like,
I want it now!
So what did I think of the episode? Did I think it sucked? Did I absolutely love it? Well, the answer's a little more complicated than that. Join me as I talk about the episode. So, what really to say about this episode? I guess we can start by talking about the pacing. The majority of the episode's runtime is taken up by Apple Bloom's nightmare sequence, in which she seemingly relives the same morning over and over again, but with different outcomes. This can seem kind of lazy and uninteresting, but to me it's both interesting and incredibly clever. See, each scenario that plays out in Apple Bloom's nightmare are things that she was worrying about in the real world. We see this when she's talking to Applejack before going to sleep, which would definitely have an impact on her dream. Also, there have already been 2 episodes focusing on one of the CMCs in Luna, each focusing on an individual aspect of the character. More often than not, the most prevalent aspect of the character. Scootaloo was worried about how Dash perceived her, Sweetie Belle, who was annoyed at being overshadowed by Rarity, and now Apple Bloom, arguably the one who worries about her cutie mark the most out of the whole group. Now, this isn't the only thing the episode does right, but it feels like a fitting end to the Dream Sequence trilogy, and to be honest, I hope it continues beyond this one. So I think it's worth talking about a bit more as to what a pony's cutie mark actually means for them in their future, and how pony society perceives this. This episode shows us that it's not actually a social construct that forces ponies into jobs and such. The cutie mark actually determines a pony's talents in a particular field, which is an extremely jarring change from Magical Mystery Cure, in which the cutie marks of the main 6 were swapped around, but the individual talents didn't change along with them. This feels like the writers have made a pretty massive retcon, which depending on your viewpoint on the episode is either a huge problem or an absolute godsend. I personally don't think retconning should be used under any circumstances, especially when it involves one of the core concepts of pony society. Now, to finish off the video, I'd like to talk about a couple quick things that are of interest to me. First is Babseed getting her cutie mark. If you'll recall in my interview with Quilled Ink, we were discussing Season 5 and I said I wanted Babs to get her cutie mark first. I was kind of hoping that like they had a story next season about one of the CMCs getting their cutie mark, but not one of the ones you'd expect.
Oh.
Babs.
Oh man, that would be interesting.
So, let's just say I called that one. Also, the continuity from Twilight Time, it gives us an idea of what Apple Bloom's cutie mark will actually be, and not some derp-eyed dolphin. Also, I thought Apple Bloom had gotten over being tormented by Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon, though I guess this is a matter of post-cutie mark torment rather than the usual treatment. Or it could be because she's alone and not with the other CMCs. Anyway, that's what I thought of the episode. Like this video if you indeed liked it, and come back every week to hear my thoughts on the newest episode until the season ends. I'm the Ponyville Critic and I will speak to you all soon.
Hush now, little sister, you're loved by all you know. You'll never lose their friendship, no matter where you go. There ain't no call to worry, so don't you cry or fret. A cutie mark won't change you, no matter what you get.